Hi everyone, I'm Kesh Kumari. I have 12 plus years of experience until real time. I work upon AWS, I work upon DevOps, I work upon Azure. So I'm a multi-cloud DevOps engineer. So I deal with on-premises, I deal with cloud computing vendors, and still I'm working with real time. And it's been 8 plus years of my teaching journey. Here I'm with you to train you or skill you or upskill you upon AWS DevOps. This is about small introduction about me. Yeah. Now let us explore into one of the small topic. Before I move on to the topic, I'll just walk through a few of the things in terms of what you are aware of something. So everybody's saying like, what is DevOps? And DevOps means is a tool or what it is. So DevOps is not a tool or it's not a collection of tools. DevOps is all about people, process, and technology. As part of DevOps, the first part you see dev means development. The next part you see ops, operations, which is a union of people, process, and technology to continually provide value to customers. You and me are here to provide a value, to deliver a value to our customer. Means who is our customer? Are we customer for somebody? Yes. You and me are using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. We are all customers to these applications. For example, let me go to one of the scenario here, facebook.com. So this is a user interface of Facebook. For Facebook, we are the customers. Because of our requirement, Facebook is doing keep on updates. Do you see here? There are languages here. Facebook is supporting to different languages. And also you have a lot of other pages over here. You have marketplace, you have games, you have places, you have Facebook Lite, you have Messenger, you have Instagram. So for Facebook, we are the customers to fulfill our or to add value to as Facebook team is working upon new functionalities, new features upon their application. They are doing continuously. They follow Agile and Scrum methodology to implement continuous changes onto continuous features implementation onto their application. To do what? What is the end goal of it? The end goal is provide value to customers. How? Continually. Continuously, we are expecting some changes, some new features as part of our applications. It may be Facebook, it may be Instagram, it may be YouTube, it may be LinkedIn, it may be what else? We'll be working with some of the bank applications as well. For example, SBI, State Bank of India, they keep on modifying this content. They keep on adding new features onto it. You have personal banking here, you have corporate banking here, and you see some news is going on here. So new functionalities as part of a bill pay, there is a new functionality. So there is an option to switch the language. So SBI team is working to fulfill the or to deliver continuous value to the product customers. For SBI, we are the customers. If you have bank account with them, then you are the customers for them. They have mobile application, they have web applications. Whether your account may be personal account or your account may be the other one, which is called commercial account, which is a business account. Could be anything, but they are here to provide you solution. They're continuously improving their services. We as a DevOps engineer also work to one of the customer. Like I've showed you some example with Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and SBI. In the real time, we as a DevOps engineer should work for one of the customer, and that customer will have his own customer base, like SBI. If your account with a SBI, then you are a customer of SBI. Then you're working for SBI software services. Then you continuously providing solutions or value. You're continuously delivering the values to SBI applications. That means whoever consuming those applications, for them you're delivering the value. So DevOps is all about the combination of people, process, and technology to continually provide value to the customers. Either it could be a on-premise DevOps, it could be a cloud-native DevOps, but one word is called DevOps. Because when you start your career, you might start as a developer or a QA engineer, or you may operations engineer. That's your starting point. After that, you should transform yourself. Let me come up with the transformation of an IT professionals. The way the IT engineer will transform, I would like to talk about it. I'll take some of the help from the different websites. When an IT engineer starts his career, he starts with one technology first. When I or you start your career with IT, you start as a developer, a tester, or an operation guy. But there we have one specialization. From there we transform onto T-shape, T-shape to Pi-shape, Pi-shape to combo-shape IT professional. DevOps engineer means a combo-shaped IT professional. Means you'll be working with on the cloud computing vendor. Also parallelly, you'll be dealing with on-premises. You will have one or two certifications in terms of administration, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of containerization, in terms of container orchestration, in terms of automation, in terms of cloud computing. That means you are an infrastructure guy, you are an administrator, you are a network administrator, you are a developer, you are a tester, and you'll be able to deal with way of working, which is called Agile and Scrum methodology. Based on your project, whatever the software development lifecycle is being implemented, you adapt that and you start working according to that. Then you will be dealing with your customers as well. Continuously, you're dealing with customers and taking the feedback from them upon the application and implementing the changes onto the application. So you have broad knowledge on various things. When I say broad knowledge, so if you go back to a course curriculum, you'll have knowledge upon various things. Like you'll be working with a version control system, which is called Git. And as part of Git, you have different vendors. You have GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket. Then apart from that, you have cloud native version control system vendors. AWS as code commit, Azure as repos. So being a DevOps engineer, you'll have broad knowledge on various things. Along with that, you have some specializations. You need to develop an automation logic. That means you learn Ansible. Using Ansible, you are doing automation. That means you are certified. Let's say you have completed your certification with Ansible. Then you're specialized in automation. Maybe you learned Python or Java. You already know about it. You did some development. Then you are a developer. Whatever you develop, you have to test it. Maybe you write small script, shell script, or PowerShell script, or Ansible playbook. You develop, you test it, and you deploy, implement it. So you have knowledge of developing, testing, and implementation, which is operations. Then, based on the requirement, you did some certifications upon the cloud. So that means you have specializations from the cloud computing. So you may be started as a one single technology as a developer, tester, or operations, but your end goal, now every organization is looking for combo shaped IT professionals. You're supposed to be here. Your mindset, your transformation should towards this. I see most of the people are asking one question like, being a DevOps engineer, should I know about programming? Obviously. Will you be doing everyday development? No. When it's needed, you'll be doing it. If you don't know, learn and do it. DevOps is all about cultural transformation, mindset, easy to adapt. So when you get a user story in real time, when you get a task, you have to look at the task, understand it, you have to estimate it. If you don't know about it, take the help from other team members or learn and do it. DevOps is all about learn and do it. Never say no. Take time, understand it, upskill it, and implement it. So as part of this, what you're doing, continuously your communication, you're doing communication, continuously you're collaborating with the team members or other stakeholders across the organization. Continuously you are integrating things, continuously you are developing, continuously you're testing, continuously you're taking the feedback, continuously you're deploying the code, continuously you're monitoring your applications, continuously you're checking about security vulnerabilities, continuously you're doing a lot of activities. So that's the reason it's a loop. CI and CD pipeline is a loop. You are developing things, maybe simple shell script, maybe simple Ansible playbook, maybe simple Python automation, or maybe a Java application development, and continuously you're testing it, you're deploying it and taking a feedback, and you're coming up with the new features upon your applications. One of the example I could tell you, I was started working upon one application which is called Cloud Control Cloud Management Tool. This application is built with Python combination with the UI part is Angular, and in the background Python is being used. So what I do when I develop something, I come up with some skeleton. So this is I have just developed few things here. Later I'll keep on add things based on my customers' usage, based on their feedbacks. Am I a developer? No. Why am I doing this? Yes, as per my business need requirement, as per my customer requirement, he asked me to develop a solution for his problem. Being a DevOps engineer, you should be able to do this. Not today, but you target your transformation. This is your end goal. Being a DevOps engineer, you should have this mindset. Broad knowledge across various technologies. When I say broad knowledge, you'll be working with operating systems like Linux distributions, Windows different versions. You'll be working with different tools. You'll be working the browsers, you'll be working the YAMLs, XML, JSON. You'll be working with on-premises, you'll be working the cloud. So you have broad knowledge upon many things and you are specialized on something. This is all about a DevOps engineer. People, process, and technology together. We all, being a DevOps engineer, should deliver value to the customer. That is your end goal. Is it a combination of tools? No, it's all about transformation, cultural transformation. That's how you transform yourself into combo shape IT professional. Yeah. So this website, you can go through it, you can get a lot of knowledge. This is some of the theoretical part. Now I would like to go back to the AWS. This account is when you create account with AWS, the same account, a similar account, the way of creation account is common for individual, the common for organizational level. This is my one of AWS account. I'm part of a North Virginia region because AWS has 26 regions as on today. Each region is a combination of or more than one data center is attached that we call it as availability zones. You can see that regions, their names. And this is about mining. And on the left side, you have AWS icon. Then you have services. Under services, you can see list of services here. Majorly, we'll be focusing on compute, containers, database, developer tools, management and governance, migrations and transfer, networking and content delivery, security, identity and compliance, and storage. These are the major areas which AWS DevOps or DevOps engineer is needed. And even unto that, you will not be exploring into all of the topics. What is needed, you go on to that. Now I'll go back to the compute. There I have virtual servers in cloud that we call it as EC2 dashboard. In AWS, services are region-based, services are global. I have provisioned some of the CI/CD tools here. I have Ansible Tower. I have ELK stack. I have a Nagios monitoring system. I have Kubernetes cluster. I have Jenkins server. Let me show you one of the example for Jenkins server here. I'm starting the Jenkins server. Even I would like to show you Ansible Tower. Let them start. And all these instances were provisioned by me with the help of 3 different ways. One, using graphically. Second one is using AWS CLI commands. Third one is using Terraform. I provisioned these entire instances with the help of 3 different ways. The same thing you'll be learning in our course as well. I'll show you how to provision an EC2 instance in AWS through graphically using AWS CLI. Then the same thing we do it through Terraform. Jenkins and AWS Tower is coming up. We just need to wait until the status check is 2 by 2. We'll be looking into some of the diagrammatical understanding about CI/CD pipeline of for any topic. We deal with web servers, app servers, DB servers, and that we control with Ansible. And everything we do it from the local machine. Upon your local machine, you can go with the virtualization. Some of the machines, like what you use, like they will not have enough resources over here. Then that time you can go with AWS. Part of AWS, you can provision them. So we'll be looking into some diagrammatical things because diagrams will make you understand easily of any of the topic. If you go more theory, you get bored and you will not have much interest to understand, much interest to look into it. But when something you learn through diagrams, and that is directly registered and easy to understand, easy to implement. Let me go back to the EC2 dashboard. Here we have, and let me refresh. Still it is initializing. Copy the public IP address, add port number. This is my Jenkins, the one which I provisioned, and I created multiple jobs here. I have pipeline jobs, I have individual jobs, a packer job, scripted pipelines, declarative pipelines. You can see the pipelines here. We have written, we downloading source code from GitHub. We are working with the tools like Maven in Java. Then we are working with Maven lifecycles. We are doing one of the lifecycle called clean, validate, compile, test, install, verify, package. Then deploying the artifact into one of the binary code repository, which is called Nexus or JFrog, and picking the artifact and delivering to the application server. One of the application server is called Tomcat. And once application is deployed, we need to test smoke test. So smoke test also we are performing it through a Jenkins pipeline. We are doing it. Then I'll go back to the other instance, which is called Ansible Tower. Of course, Ansible Tower is not part of our course curriculum, but I just want to show you. This is about Ansible Tower. Look and feel. You have 3 projects. You have time zone. You can look at your jobs. These are the list of jobs, Ansible playbooks, NTP playbook, and see the output, how it has executed. Download output upon this. Yeah, please go ahead.
Keshav, is this like a scheduler or?
No, Ansible Tower is a UI, user interface.
Okay.
Yeah. So Ansible comes with the 2. One, a CLI, the one which we download and install and work upon, right? You write manual playbooks and you execute. The second one is about Tower. Tower is a paid version, and the one which I implemented is it's a free for 10 users. Greater than 10 users, then you have to pay for Ansible. You have to buy things from them.
Okay. Good.
And you don't need to write things manually. You write graphically a playbook here. And this playbook can be consumed across your organization.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
These are some of the examples, what I implemented. And the same way, first thing I would like to say here, you'll have less theory. For theoretical understanding, I'll give some links. I'll give you some insights on what it is, how it works. And then I'll give you some links. Don't expect a PDF document. I'll give some links. Why? Because all of these vendors are not static, they are dynamic. They keep on changing their content, keep on changing their features. When they change the features, they change the content. So when they are dynamic, if I give a PDF document which is outdated document, that that will not help you out. So that's the reason, never expect a PDF document from me. I will share you the updated URLs where you have theoretical understanding of each topic. First, I'll walk through it. I'll give you links. You have to bookmark those links and you have to create your own document out of it. That's how I deal it. I don't deal it like, no, you have PDF, please go through the PDF and we'll come back. No, you should go through their official website. You should get the information from there and document it according to your own understanding. Everybody will have their own understanding, like I, you, and others. So based on that, you have to deal it. I hope you have liked the demo. Whatever you have insights, you can ask me. If you have any feedback for me upon my demo, you can always share the feedback to the team so that your feedback will help us to come up as per the learner experience so that we can add value to you as well. You are customers to us now. So we strongly believe that even my way of delivery also I look at, it's people, process, and technology. We are working all these together. And what is our end goal? To deliver the value to our customers.
Yeah, thanks, Keshav. I think the demo was pretty clear. It was nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Keshav, like one last question, like
Please.
as part of the training, you will be giving your experience also, right? Like something, your day-to-day challenges and how you like overcome that challenge, or how do you, like, if you get an issue, how you debug the issue. So
Yes.
will you able
Yes.
to share those experiences also?
Yes. Yes. I'll do that. I have to do it
Because
because that's how things works. People say never share your real time, but we will share most of the things actually because that's how you have to deal it every day. What I'm dealing every day, that's the same thing I'm delivering to you. That means I cannot hide the things. So I have to be transparent to you. So whatever you learn, it is like a real time exposure.
okay, okay. Because if I go for an interview also, like there might be the questions on something like what are the day-to-day duties you are doing, like what are the challenges you have faced, and how you overcome those issues. So
Yes.
that will be the main point we might face in the interviews. Like,
Yes. I'll be covering in terms of real time perspective.
yeah, and the
Keshav, can
demo
you
was good. Like,
show,
Ashish, please go ahead.
yes, can you show the course content once again, please?
Okay, sure. Anyway, our team will share you a PDF document as well. Here is a course curriculum.
Keshav, is there any placement assistant from your end?
See, being a trainer, I will teach you real-time exposure. Assistance will be dealt by my team. My team will closely working with you, and they will, help you out in terms of your resume grooming, and they'll be helping out in terms of placement assistance. From trainer perspective, yes, content delivery is my task. Placements, yes, you can talk to our team. Our team will provide you solutions for your
Okay, it is daily 1 hour class, right?
Daily 1 hour, Monday to
8 to
Friday.
9.
Yes, we plan for 8 to 9, maybe here and there based on the user, students requirement. We might go with a 9 to 10 or 8 to 9. So we might come up with a static time. It might
No,
be
no,
9.
actually,
Yeah, please go ahead.
many people are, I think, working. I thought like that. 8 to 9 is the best. Even I am
No,
also in
but
working.
I'm saying our team will talk to you. They'll take your feasibility timings. Based on that, they
Okay.
will create a batch. Rather, I say 8 to 9, 9 to 10. This is not the right statement. So that's the reason I'm not saying anything upon it. The time part
Okay.
they will come from you.
They people are called to us, or we have to call them.
No, no, they will call you. They have your
Okay,
link
because
to
I
the.
have more queries regarding about the time and fee. That's why.
Yeah, that's what. Regarding fee, I don't deal it. I will not tell how much it is. Our team will take
Okay.
care.
Okay.
Fee
Okay.
and post timings, and they will deal it.
Okay.
Hello, Keshav.
Hey, hi.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, Kesh.
this,
Thank you. Yeah, please go ahead.
You are covering Terraform, right, Keshav?
I'm sorry.
Terraform you are covering, right?
Yes, we are covering Terraform. Terraform is not included in the content here. We have to inject it. This is based on the on-demand. So we thought of covering Terraform, so that we are going to include here.
hello, Keshav. The session is being recorded, right? So can we
Yeah,
play it once again? Required if I have any doubt.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, content-wise, whatever I discuss, I'll share with you all. That is, we follow certain protocol. We do it. The video also will be available. With our team will provide you the video, the entire session video.
Okay, thank you.
First, we'll go
Keshav,
with
like how many days it will might take to complete the training session?
40 to 50 hours.
Okay, that means like every day it will be 1 hour,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, and only Monday to Friday or Saturday, Sunday are included?
Monday to Friday.
May I know the fee structure and all?
Our team will talk to you about the fit.
Okay. This is an AWS DevOps or Azure DevOps?
AWS DevOps.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
What about projects?
Are included.
Yeah, okay. I mean, like how many? One or two?
Every topic is a one single project. Whatever the topics we discuss,
Okay,
each
okay,
one is a project.
okay, okay,
If you start counting, then you'll have more than 50 to 60 projects.
okay,
But
okay.
in real time, it will be end to end one scenario, right? Like where you deploy it, you monitor the tool, monitor the application, or whatever. Like you, everything will be like end to end. It will be one scenario or one project. But you are saying like every topic will be a one project.
So chunks of things you learn and you do it in a pipeline. Each if I talk about Ansible, in terms of Ansible, I'll give some scenarios. Upon that scenarios, you do your own work, own project. Implementing of web application using Ansible, implementing of Jenkins server using Ansible is one of the small project.
Okay, and like maybe I might be asking like too much, but are you going to teach us like YAML and the Python?
YAML will be there. Python, it is not covered here. Python is a separate programming language. It requires at least 40 hours of training.
But in Ansible, like we might need some bits and pieces of Python, right?
No, no.
No. Okay. And are we going to deploy only Java applications, or are we including the Python applications also?
We'll deal with Java because across many organizations you'll find Java applications.
And the Python applications are not included as part of this curriculum.
No, that will be your project. I'll give some insights to you. The way we worked with the Java, then I'll give you some inputs. Based on that, you have to deploy Python applications.
Okay.
Hello.
Sorry, like I'm asking one more question. Like with
No
this,
worries.
with completion of this training, how many years we can keep in the resume? Like
It
like
depends on the number of hours what you spend on daily basis. For example, if you're spending four hours per practice, and then you are trying a different scenarios. For example, I asked to build a web server, application server, and deploy artifact. Then you just did that and you're okay with it. But you also tried with the different application servers. That means you are putting more than what is needed. So if you're spending more 3 to 4 hours per day for next 40 days, then depends on your understanding levels of each topic, you can plan accordingly. I cannot give a certain number because person to person, way of execution, way of understanding is different.
okay. But only see, like if I'm experienced in other tools, like maybe I'm a like I'm a developer who like automation developer. So I know like Azure, how the pipelines work or the build pipeline path and everything I know.
Yeah,
So I know a bit of the Linux, I know a bit of the Python, I know a bit of like YAML, I know like everything, like I know the bits, but I don't know how you will be using in Ansible or like maybe in the AWS or Jenkins. Like so if I keep like maybe 5+ years on the development, that will be okay. Or and will you able to share some sample resumes also, like help us in
yeah.
preparing the
Obviously,
resume also?
you will have some sample resumes from my team. My team will share with you all, and but the only thing when we will come to know whether you are 5 years, 6 years, 7 years experience is all about when you clear your interview.
Okay. Because like when the job requirements comes, right, like they might say like 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, like so. But only thing is I'm just asking whether with this training, like if we do some homework and everything, will we able to clear the interview, or do we need to put any like learn any other tools or like any other apart from whatever you are providing in the training?
Uh, Here, I have two answers for you. One is what we are covering, we are clearly saying here. Second thing is, depends on the organization level. For example, you're looking for DevOps engineer. Let me go to Indeed. I'm looking for DevOps engineer. Find jobs. We have one requirement here. Let me go inside of this. If you see, you're looking for what? hands-on experience on cloud services like AWS EKS. And they're looking for Kubernetes, Docker, Ansible, Jenkins. They're looking for CI/CD pipeline as per best practices used across the industries. Also, they mentioned separate segment like DevOps 3 years, Docker 1 year. So you are learning what is needed as per the industry, but that requirement is matching with each and every job profile. 100% it will not match. They'll not ask 100% what you're learning here, but if you look at, yes, things are matching. So we are covering AWS. That means you're not going to learn 200 services in AWS. What is needed for the DevOps engineer? Yes, that part we will be covering it. Docker. If you take any course, if you take Ansible, Jenkins, Kubernetes, AWS, Docker, each and every course has levels: beginner, intermediate level, and professional. Then finally you'll have specialist. So you'll be learning all this in this? No. Beginner level, you'll be learning all the topics. Upon that, you improve yourself by doing certifications, training and certifications upon the specific areas. You have Docker certification, you have Ansible certification, you have Kubernetes certification, you have AWS certifications. It depends on like that. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Keshav, one question from my end. Actually, any assistance will be given from your end to do certification?
Insights I will be sharing, like how you have to prepare for example, AWS you have to do, let's say you are planning to do AWS certification. Let me take to the AWS. AWS is offering role-based certifications. Let me take to the other side. Yeah. AWS is offering 4 levels of certifications here. First one is the foundation level, when you have one course. Next one is associate level, where you have 3 courses over there. Then you have professional level, you have 2 courses. Under specialty, you have 5 courses. The one which you are learning with us is DevOps, AWS DevOps. Is it related to certification? No. The course
Means
content,
professional level.
please listen to me. The course curriculum which we have prepared according to the real-time industry. If you are learning towards DevOps engineer, AWS DevOps engineer, then we should not cover Jenkins. We should not cover JFrog. We should not cover Kubernetes. We should not cover Ansible. Why? Because here contexts are different. So AWS is prepared a course curriculum based on its products, not based on third-party products. So if you're looking for certification on this, then you have to prepare according to his curriculum. He's the one who is giving paper to you. Means he asks only his products. Under developer tools, he'll be asking all of these tools. And not only developer tools, he prepares a question, exam question paper based on his services. This is called AWS DevOps Professional Training and Certification course. The one which you are learning is not this. You are learning The real-time implementation one, that's being used in real time. We're not targeting one specific vendor here. We are learning it. We are working with the Jenkins. Similar Jenkins service also we'll look into it in AWS. In AWS, we have 200 plus services. And we are not going to discuss all these 200 plus services here. What is needed as per real time when you create a CI and CD pipeline, those topics are covered from the AWS side. And along with this, the other topics. That is, of course, is prepared. First thing you have to understand two things here. One, are you preparing for the training and certification for a specific course? Or are you learning real-time implementation one? The one which we are going to discuss is a real-time implementation. So when we go with a real-time implementation, we don't cover towards certification. If I want to cover towards certification, then I have to just speak only about specific vendor. If I talk about Docker, we're also covering Docker, and let me take you to the Docker official website first. I'll take Ansible as well. If you look at our course curriculum, we are covering about Ansible. Ansible fall under configuration management tool. Ansible is one of the vendor as part of CM tool, configuration management tool. If you want to do the certification of Ansible, yes, you can do that. Here you can see automation DO007, and this is Linux automation with Ansible RH294. Let me take you to, here is you have best practices. Certified specialist in advanced automation. And you have Microsoft Windows automation with Red Hat Ansible, and Ansible for network automation. So they are separating each and every topic based on the role based. The one which you are learning from us is a common, which is needed as per the real time. We are not targeting towards certification centric, towards real time exposure, real time implementation. Once you learn this, then you can explore onto a specific vendor, specific topic, and you can do your training and certification with them. Let me take you to the Ansible, not technical, best practices. No, okay, I'll go with this. I'm just giving you some examples of different vendors. So this is how you have to prepare for your certifications. Here is a course curriculum. This is RSCSA course curriculum. It is. Come back from here. This is a prerequisite before you go to the Ansible certification. This is a prerequisite. This is a course content summary. How to work with control nodes, creating and updating inventories, working with the host, managing connections, creating playbooks, executing ADA command and playbooks, and writing effective playbooks at scale, and working with the sensitive data. For that, there is a separate tool called Ansible Vault. What happened? And working with the roles and content collections. So this is one of the examples why I'm talking about Ansible. How much they are charging? So 5 days to register course. This is a course fee. This is about towards their specific training in terms of certification. The one which you are learning is generic one. These are the topics are covered. So don't compare this with your training, certification part. This will help you for planning for your certification with any vendor and completing of their particular certification course. Any other questions? Anybody?
सर इसमें से कुछ कुछ AWS के वेबसाइट पे फ्री सर्टिफिकेशन भी रहते हैं क्या?
No, there is nothing like free certification. Ram Chavan, please let me know. You are unmuting continuously. Please let me know. Please tell me, Ram Chavan.
नहीं सर ओनली वन क्वेश्चन था कि इट इज AWS सर्टिफिकेशन इज दे कुछ सर्टिफिकेशन फ्री सर्टिफिकेशन रहते हैं वेबसाइट पे तो वो है क्या?
No, because you might have seen some free webinars. So that's a free webinar.
Yeah.
You join the course, not the certification.
Yeah.
For certification, you have to pay for it. You have to register it, and then you have to reach out to the nearest exam center, or you can do it from your online as well. Yeah. See, we as a Visualpath, what we can give you is a real-time exposure upon these cover topics. What we are saying that we are going to cover these topics. If you look at here, we are dealing with cloud computing. Onto that, we are dealing with some of the services, not completely 200 plus services. Here, we are working with IAM, working with EC2. Under EC2, we have somebody's unmuted. If you have a question, you can ask me. If you don't have a question, please go on mute. Mahesh, keep on unmute. I get a lot of echo from your side. If you have a question, please talk to me. Under EC2 services, we have instance AMI, Elastic IP, security groups, and key pairs. Then EBS. Then we have ELBs. Then we have S3. We have RDS. We have CloudWatch, it's a monitoring tool. So from the cloud computing of AWS, we are dealing these topics. But if I go to AWS has 200 plus services. Being a DevOps engineer, should I learn about IoT? Should I learn about machine learning? No, it is not needed. What is needed So that's the reason we mentioned that these are the topics are regularly used by DevOps engineer. So what is needed, we are covering as per real time. Yeah, thank you all, and I wish you all the best and happy weekend to everyone. I hope you enjoyed. I have enjoyed. It's been 1 hour. It's been 1 hour. I enjoyed interacting with you all, and I see a question from most of you. So always when we are learning something, it should be more interactive. This the way. So I really encourage. Thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful day. Thank you all.
Yeah, thanks, Keshav. Bye.
Thank you.